Hello Primary 4 students, welcome to the second session of Unit 6, titled The Best Bid, Unit 6, Lessons 3 and 4. Okay, at the last session we talked about comparative and superlative with long and short adjectives, but today we're talking about irregular comparative and superlative adjectives. Okay, the first one, we have some irregular adjectives to which we can't add er or est, such as good and bad. So today we can't add er to the short adjective, or we can't add IER. Okay, but what can we do? Today we have irregular comparative and superlative. Here we have a list of these adjectives. The first one, here we have the first adjective, good. Good, okay. The comparative form, better than, and the superlative, the best. And here we have bad, bad. Okay, the comparative form, worse than, and the superlative, the worst, Many and much, Here we have the form of comparative, more than, and the superlative form, the most. Okay, the most. Far will be farther, FAR or FURTHER. Farther than. Okay, and the superlative form, the farthest, FARTHEST or FURTHEST. Okay, far, farther than, or the farthest. Little, we can talk about little, or we use it with amount, something uncountable like rice, pasta, and so on. Okay, and the comparative form, less than. Okay, and the superlative, the least. Here we have the last one. Okay, little, less, and the least. Okay, good will be better than, the best. Bad, worse than, the worst. Much, more than, the most. Far, farther than, the farthest. Little, less than, the least. Okay, here we have examples which we are talking about. The first one, Karim is a good boy. Okay, the adjective here, good. The irregular adjective, good. Okay, I want to use the comparative form. As you can see, Karim is better than Mustafa, not gooder than. We can't say gooder than. It's better than, because good, the first irregular adjective. Okay, Karim is better than Mustafa. And the superlative form, Karim is the best boy in the class. As you know, the first example, Karim and Mustafa, the comparison between Karim and Mustafa. Okay, Karim is better than, the comparative form of good. And Karim is the best boy in the class. The best here, that is the superlative form of good. Okay, good, better than, the best. And here we have the next adjective, Max is a bad boy. Max is a bad boy. Okay, bad is the second irregular adjective. How to make it, how to use it in comparative form. Max is worse than Tom. The comparison between Max and Tom using bad, okay, it will be worse than. Okay, Max is worse than Tom. And the superlative form, as you can see, the worst. Let's read the example. Max is the worst boy in the class. Okay, so the comparative form of bad, worse than, and the superlative form of bad, the worst. Okay, as you know, the comparative form of good, better than, the best is the superlative form. Let's move to lesson 4. Okay, lesson 4. We are talking about phonics and spelling. Listen, point, and repeat. The first one, C, letter C. As you can see, we may pronounce it or says S. The first example, city, city. Okay, I was in the capital city. So the first word is city, city. And the next one, ice, ice. We pronounce it as S. Okay, and the next word, ice, ice, ice. Sound. Okay, I like eating ice cream. Okay, and the next word, dance, dance. Okay, dance, sound. Okay, we pronounce it as dance, dance. Okay, they were dancing in the wedding party. They were dancing in the wedding party. And the next word, rice, rice. Okay, I like eating rice. And the next word, the next letter, J. The first word, cage, cage, cage. Okay, as you can see, the cage, we can protect the animals or birds inside the cage. Pages. The next word, page, page. Okay, the book consists of 55 pages. 55 pages. Okay, the next word, giraffe, giraffe, or giraffe, as you know. Giraffe. The giraffe is the tallest animal. And the next word, stage, stage. Okay, the singer stood on the stage, stage. Okay, again, let's repeat these words again. City, city, ice, ice, dance, dance, rice, rice, cage, cage, page, page, giraffe, giraffe, stage, stage. Okay, listen and read. Let's read these pictures or these sentences with each other. The first one, Ken's Cafe. Special dinner tonight. Meat, rice, and vegetables. Fruit with ice cream. And the next picture, turn the pages of this book really quickly and you will see a giraffe dancing in its cage. Okay, here we have rice, rice, and ice. Circle ice. Okay, pages, page, and giraffe, giraffe, cage, cage, and dancing, dancing. Picture number 3, Skate City. Come to the ice rink in the city. Ice city. Meet your friends and learn to skate. Okay guys, let's do some exercises on lessons 3 and 4. The first question, choose the correct answer. The first one, Ronaldo is good, better, best, worst than Hazard at football. Okay, take your time to be able to answer. Okay, and remember, we have then, so it's a comparative form, and the comparative form of good, excellent. Ronaldo is better. So the answer will be better than Hazard. Ronaldo is better than Hazard at football. Number 2, English is the better, worse, best, less subject. Okay, here we have the superlative form, the superlative form of good. English is the best subject. Excellent, the best subject. So the answer will be best. Number 2, at zoo, animals are put in boxes, cages, rooms, circles. Okay, take your time. You have 3 seconds to answer. Excellent. At zoo, animals are put in cages. Okay, so we protect our animals or birds in the cages. Number 4, Paul is the good, best, better. Let's move to number 4. Paul is the good, best, worst boy in the school. Everybody hates him. Focus on hates. Hates. Hate is a verb, not good to do it. So it's bad. Bad. Remember bad? Okay. And the comparative form of bad, worse than. Here we don't have than, so we can't choose worse. So it's the superlative form of bad, because here we have the, and the superlative form of bad, yes, the worst. Paul is the worst boy in the school. So the answer will be the worst. Paul is the worst boy in the school. Number 5, my French is bad, worse, worst, good than my English. Okay, look at then, so it will be a comparative form. And here we have the comparative form worse than. Worse than. My French is worse than. The answer will be worse. Worse than. Number 6, adventure in space is the better, worse, best, good story in the library. Okay, here we have the, so it will be the superlative form. And as you can see, the only superlative form here, best. So the answer will be, yes, as you know, best. Excellent. Okay, adventure in space is the best story in the library. Number 7, Aswan is farther, far, farthest, more far than Cairo. Look at than. Yes, it's a comparative form, so it will be, take your time to answer. 3, 2, 1. Yes, excellent. Aswan is farther than Cairo. So the answer will be Aswan is farther than Cairo. Number 8, we have 5 fingers, feet, arms, toes in our hand. In our hand, remember, not our leg. Okay, or our feet. Okay, we have 5 fingers. Fingers. So the answer will be we have 5 fingers in our hand. Excellent. The answer, fingers. Okay. Number 9, we always put cereal, crayons, cucumber, popcorn in the green salad. Again, we always put cereal, crayons, cucumber, popcorn in the green salad. Okay, yes, green salad. Look at green salad. Yes, you can use what? Excellent, cucumber. So the answer will be cucumber. We always put cucumber in the green salad. Okay, question number 2. Rewrite the following sentences. Number 1, let's start with number 1. No one is better than Abdullah at English. He wants you to use Abdullah is. So we can start with Abdullah is. Abdullah is. Okay, here we have no one is better than. Abdullah, better than Abdullah at English. So we want to use the superlative form of good. Yes, excellent. So the answer will be Abdullah is the best. The superlative form, Abdullah is the best at English, or Abdullah is the best student at English. Of good, the best. Okay, so the answer, Abdullah is the best. Abdullah is the best. Okay, number 2, football is better than volleyball. Number 2, football is better than volleyball. He wants you to start with volleyball. So we can start with it, volleyball. Volleyball is, okay, the opposite of better than, worse than. volleyball is worse than football. Okay, so the answer will be volleyball is worse than football. Okay. Number 3, reading is better than watching TV. Reading is better than watching TV. Okay, watching TV. We can start with watching TV. As you know, we have just answered it. Watching TV is worse than reading. It's a fact, by the way. Okay, watching TV is worse than reading. So the answer will be watching TV is better than reading. Number 4, this story is worse than any other story. Use worst. Again, this story is worse than any other story. He wants to use the superlative form of bad, worst, or the worst. Okay, so we can say this is the worst story. Okay, so this is the worst story, or this is the worst story, or this story is the worst. Okay, number 5, we have lunch in the living room. We have lunch in the living room. Okay, 3 hours ago. As you know, 3 hours ago is a keyword of, yes, a keyword of past simple. So the second form of have is had. So the answer, we had lunch in the living room 3 hours ago. So the answer would be, we had lunch in the living room 3 hours ago. Okay, thank you for listening and see you next time, inshallah.